What's up, guys? We're here at the shop, and today we got a guest, Mark.
Hey.
He's came all the way from Oklahoma, from DeechWorks. Unfortunately, not just to see me, but I'll just I'll pretend he came just to see me. But he's here for a couple other things, work related. But we are going to talk about the new DeechWorks 400 fuel pump, and Mark is going to tell us a lot more about it and what it can do. And we were talking about how this got pretty dirty, the sock on this Walbro fuel pump, but we're going to replace these Walbro fuel pumps with these pumps that are going to just put a lot more fuel to the motor and more reliable, just a lot of more positive things. So let's let Mark tell us about it a little bit.
Yeah, so this is our new DW400. It's a 415 liter per hour fuel pump, E85 friendly for all you guys that love running ethanol. It outflows the Walbros that he has in there by a significant amount. The big thing is this one does not have, or this one's pressure release valve doesn't open up till 120 psi, compared to most high pressure pumps opening up at like 70 or 80 psi. So when the Walbros start kind of dying down, the DW400 just keeps cooking. And we have people making easily over 750 horsepower on a single pump. Dan's gonna run 2 of them, so he's, in theory could make, 1,500 plus if you wanted to, buddy.
We're just going for 900.
Yeah, and that's our E85 rating. A single pump's good for 1,000 wheel on gas, so it just kind of depends on what you want to do. If you want to run E, it makes 750, or gas, 1,000. Yep. Yep, yeah, and it comes with a kit, so when you get one, it has everything you need to plug in. So it's got the plug, the connector, a filter sock, a bunch of hoses, all kinds of stuff that you need to put it in. And
it comes with both.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could have the normal gasoline one or the E85 submersible one.
Exactly.
Nice.
So yeah, and Dan's gonna be running. He's gonna be running 3 of them. One is a feeder for the other 2. So this one right here will feed, when he installs it, will feed the surge tank, which will have 2 of the 400s in it, and then those will feed his rails directly there into the engine. So.
Yep. And then we're gonna put this guy on. This is rated for up to 2,000 or something. Yeah. So that's a little excessive too, but it's probably, like I was saying before, in many things, it's better to be like safe than sorry. So you just get the more reliable part that can handle a little bit more than you're asking of it. So that's gonna help a lot. And then when I do the install of this, I'll include you guys with it as I retrofit it to go in here. And then you guys could get these either from DeechWorks or on our website. You'll be able to get these, so check them out, see if you could utilize this in your race car or street car, and make sure you have the fuel you do need to make the horsepower.
There you go. Exactly. It's always good to have more flow than less. It's nice to have kind of overbuild your fuel system, so you'll make the power when you need it, and not run out of fuel and go lean on a cylinder.
Yeah, and then
explosions. Bad explosions.
You don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we could ask Mark what makes him drift, because Mark drifts as well.
Kinda.
He has like a V8.
Yeah, but
E46.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it. Tell us about your car, though.
All right, so I have a single turbo LS 5.3 LM7 E46 BMW. It had a CDO9 in it, but we just picked up a TH400 automatic
drag car now?
Yeah.
What? That doesn't. What makes him drag? I guess.
Yeah, it's drifting in Oklahoma. There's a lot of it out there. It's kind of far in between.
Street outlaws.
There's a lot of street stuff in Oklahoma. There's a lot of drag racing. So for me to get a lot of time in the car, I wanted to put a 3-speed in it. I'm hoping for doing a wheelie, but I don't know if the E46 diff will handle it, but we'll see.
Might as well try.
Yeah, we're going to try for a wheelie.
Whoa, he changed it up on us. I didn't even know about that.
He'll do burnouts.
Now you know.
He'll do burnouts.
V8 with a turbo, though. Can't beat that. And DeechWorks fuel system.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Well, all right, guys. We'll update you on the progress of everything that's happening fuel system-wise, but that's the major changes for right now. DeechWorks DW400. Check it out. All right, guys. See you later.
See ya.
Hey guys, so today we are gonna take a look at a fuel safe cell and Radium FCST. We talked about this before. This is the new one that will be going into the competition car, and this is a new fuel cell. So this is the Enduro bladder on the inside, so it can handle kind of any fuel. It's like the thick plastic. It's basically hard plastic, but that's good for E85, ethanol-based fuels, methanol fuels. We're just gonna be running Ignite Red 114, so it's good to go in there. This is the Radium FCST. We're gonna do 3 pumps in here, and we are choosing these Deechworks pumps here. These are the DW400s. I think I have one open here. Let me see. Yeah. So here's a DW400, and we are going to be mounting them in here. I'm going to set that down. So the inside here can hold 3 pumps, and then on the outside of that, you can put these brackets. Go right here. And right here, there's 2 of them. They're too long, so you trim them to the height of your cell that you're gonna use. So these ones are gonna need to get trimmed down a bit. But they mount here and there, and then the pump will ride in between those, right here like this. And then we're gonna add this little sock to the bottom of the pump. Then we're gonna add this hose, and it'll snake up inside here. And that is your lift pump. So the lift pump feeds the inside chamber here, which is your surge tank, and then that's always full. And so the lift pump will fill that up, and when it overflows, it comes out the side here and the side here and just kind of spills back in, and then resends it back in there. So this guy's always full, which is what you need so that you don't get any surges while you are racing. So I'm going to take these last 2 remaining bolts out. I already disassembled most of this so that we could do this quicker on video without having to watch me take every single one out. So this is what it looks like. It's really intricate design that Radium does, and it's really cool because it's billet aluminum, and then they anodize it, and they do their signature green on a couple key parts, and then this like satin black or flat black color here looks really cool. Their parts are like all pretty much mind-blowing with like the detail everywhere. You just want to stare at it. So we're really excited to be working with them on this project and using their equipment, and it's cool that we get to work with Fuel Safe alongside them and integrate these Deechworks pumps into it. So I'm gonna get to work installing these pumps in here, and then I'll show you guys what it's like when I connect everything back together. And then after that, we're gonna install it in here. Bolts in like this, and I'll show you how we do that and why we do that the way we do it and what parts to use. Actually, real quick, I wanna show you a couple other things. So Radium goes as far as labeling. Pump 1, pump 2, pump 3, return, vent, lift pump, and then they send you these quick release, well, like quarter churn connectors that are pre-wired on the inside and the outside for the pumps, and then you just have these flying leads that you send power to. So has a keyway, so you gotta get it in there just right. There we go. And then thread it on like this. Really cool design. And then this just needs to get wired up to ECU. This one's got everything for all the pumps. So they don't have a directions of which pump goes to what, so you kind of are going to have to plug it in, and then if they do have directions, I didn't get one, they might somewhere, or they probably have it online. You know what? They do have it online. I remember this because I did this before. So you go online and you find out which color goes to what pump. They'll tell you online. And then, you know, like let's say you're gonna run one lift pump because you got to run a lift pump, and then let's say you're gonna run pump 1 and 2, then you'll remove this guy because this one was set up for 1 pump only, but we're gonna run 2 pumps. And then you're gonna thread this into here. And the reasoning they have -6 and there's no other size is because you're running it through a pump that it's only gonna produce enough that's gonna go through the same size diameter hole that the pump has. So in theory, you can't really pump more than this is the same size in ID. I think it's like 5/16 probably as a -6. So because of that, you're not gonna have a -8 bulkhead coming out of the top of here. So with Radium, they were suggesting if you were gonna need a -8 or a -10, you use one of their other fittings they have. I'll show you in a second. It's a like 3-to-1 where it comes out in a -10. So you could take all 3 pumps, feed it into one -10 and feed your rail with a -10, and then maybe return with a -6 because you don't need to return with the same size. You can reduce for your return. So that is the reasoning behind the reason that they use those fittings. And then they come blocked off because some guy might only need 1 pump in there. He might only have 600 horsepower that he's trying to supply fuel to. Okay, so I'm gonna get started here and I will show you guys in a second when I've installed some pumps. Okay guys, so been working on it for a while. This is where we're at. So I got this guy, this Deechworks 400 pump in here. It's a little bigger than the housing. So the supplied worm clamps do not fit around this because this is a little bit thicker, fatter than the one that they designed this for. So this is an issue that we're running into. Not that big. It was the same on the inside. It was kind of, they're like a little bulkier. I was able to make it fit 2 of them in there, and then I wired those into the plug inside there. I still need to wire this one into the plug, but I'm about to finish that. And then I'm gonna find another clamp that's bigger so I can, the only thing is that the clamp is supposed to go like around here like this, and it grabs both sides. So it's like wrapped around, you know, the opposite of that, but like it slides in over everything. And the bigger clamps that I'm gonna have to use, now they're not gonna lock into that little groove on each side of these posts. So I was thinking if I can find a zip tie that's PTFE compatible might work, and then see if we can get that to happen. Ooh, distraction. Bob's here. You guys remember Bob? Super Street Bob.
New issue, new issue!
Yeah, Super Street! Okay, go get a Super Street magazine and then also focus on this Radium surge tank that we're working on. So this isn't my biggest worry because I have one of these plug kits here, which I just did 2 of them in there. So I'm gonna take this back out, I think, and go back over to on the bench, plug this in. I'm gonna cut the wires to my desired length, plug, you know, so the plug's in kind of out of the way. I'll tuck it back over here. So then I'm gonna go crimp these pins like I did on the ones in the tank. The ones in there don't have like a divider on each side, so they're easier to kind of mount in there. Frustrating, this one's gonna be a little difficult, but I'll figure it out. And then lots of the stuff we do is custom. It's not like it has to be exact. As long as it stays put and it's at the bottom down inside here and getting all the fuel, we're good to go. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I'll bring you guys back with the camera and show you guys as I'm mounting everything in place. So we're really close to getting there, maybe like an hour more and I'll be ready. So I'll be back in a second and then we'll mount this into the cell. All right, guys, so this is ready to go in, but before it goes in, you gotta install these 2 quart gaskets. One goes underneath the layer of this guy here, and it goes on top of the plastic bladder, and then that will pull against that, and then this, and sandwich bladder against the top piece, and then it'll sandwich this other quart gasket against the FCST, or they call it the top plate sometimes. If it wasn't a radium FCST, it would be fuel safe top plate. So that's why they run 2 gaskets, so that everything's sealed together. It's a little different than the ATL setup that I was running before. It only ran 1 gasket, so this has got a seal much better, so that's going to be a tighter seal, which will end up working out better. Anyways, we're going to get to this, installing this, and update you guys once it's all done, and then explain how we're going to mount it in the car. So let me get back to this, and I'll update you guys soon. Oh, good news though. So many times you guys have been telling me to get a new camera because sometimes it's dim lit in the shop. Boom, Canon G7x Mark II. Pretty excited about this. It's used, got it on Craigslist. The guy just showed up here at the shop. But this right here will help you guys be able to see when I'm working underneath the car, and better clarity on parts like this and more detail. So this is all exciting. All right, gotta get back to this. I'll tell you guys more about that camera soon. Okay, so we installed it. It's in. Now we just have to make it fit tight. We're gonna thread these guys in. We brought all of Norway here to help us.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think we'll manage.
Norwegians build cool cars and they like Supras, so we'll be good. Then we also have angry Americans. Why are you so angry?
Because I can't put my tires in my car, Dan, and I want to do it now. Right now.
Cars, problems, tires. Okay. Well, we're gonna get back to this. I'm gonna hand this over to D. Lion.
I'm not that mad, but I am mad. It's okay. Ooh, you guys look good doing this.
Let's get out 3 people doing the same thing.
That's right. Let me do something.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hey,
sorry, dude.
Hey, whoa. Just trying to mount this up, get it ready, and install it in one of the Supras here.
Also, yeah, 1 spare.
Oh, you came
That's for
with
next
a
season, I
spare?
think, yeah. So maybe we'll lose 1. We'll just keep it a spare.
There's always spares when I put stuff back together.
That's good.
Oh,
Just
don't
kidding.
be that tight.
Just kidding.
Get more and more spares every time we put the car apart.
That's right. Well, when you do a dash, though, every time there's spares. You know, like in a stock car. Depends on what kind of car, but...
I don't work the way you work, man. Alright, well, this is where we're at, and then we're going to mount it in a Supra later. But we got to build the cage around here. But when you guys take a look at this, yeah, you guys want one. Don't you?
I want one.
It's a pretty nice setup. I'm excited about this, and so is Ola. The reason we picked this and this setup is because we know it works, and you just want to have something that you know that's going to work, and you don't have to think about it when you're on the track. So the right pumps, the right cell, and the right surge tank, then you can think about something else that might be an issue when you're on the track, instead of wondering, I hope that my fuel tank is working right, or my fuel cell with my surge tank and my pumps. It's like peace of mind here, worry about driving. So if you guys are thinking about the best setup, this would be it, in my opinion. Okay, so what we're doing is mounting a 225, I think it was, 225/18 onto a by 11 tire, and nope, said that wrong, by 11 rim. And Dylan has been trying over here with brake clean, all kinds of other stuff, but I was like, dude, the only way this is gonna happen is use oxyacetylene torch and just fill it with acetylene inside and then light it. Super dangerous, blows up pretty crazy, but we're gonna show you right now. how to mount a tire.
This isn't exactly ideal.
Yep, how to mount a really stretched setup without a cheetah or any compressed air. Really, we got a little bit from there, but most of it's done with just a lot of acetylene.
Which is really scary.
Yeah, it's really scary. But I'm gonna wear a little bit of ear protection. He'll wear a little bit of helmet protection down there. And I'll run the torch and the camera, and then he'll do the other stuff.
It's about to get weird, boys.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy.
So we're just doing the clip on air. And then here goes Mr. Scary part.
But we're pretty familiar with blowing things up, fire, flame, burning tires. You put a lot in the last one.
Did I?
Yeah, you were going for, it seemed like 13 seconds or more of like.
You're like, just do some, and I was like, okay, I don't know.
It's just scary, but I don't know.
Definitely scary.
Just don't want to lose a limb,
Or
an eye.
anything, really.
Yeah.
Anything.
That's a lot. I'm scared.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! First try!
Yeah, high five. All right, so we did it.
And that's how you do it.
That is how you do it without
And
that.
a cheetah wouldn't work. Brake clean wouldn't work.
Oh, the cheetah never worked?
Starting fluid didn't work. No.
Whoa.
That worked beautifully.
The only way to do it is right here with this torch. It's like what you cut metal with. Old school, like, if you didn't have a plasma cutter.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we did it.
Went out.
What happened?
It blew up. The light just went out.
It did?
Yeah, it did.
Aw, he knocked the light out? Dang it, Dylan. Well, cost of doing business. No. Alright, well, pretty excited about this new camera. The lighting is way better here. Let's try it out. Get in a really dark situation. Inside a dark car, no lights on. Check it out. You can see